You don't pick a man, he has to pick you. So you have to magnetize him your way, right? You don't go after him, that's masculine, right? You have to be the egg. You sit there, and he has to be the sperm coming after you. Like, that's the dance again, right? It's nature, right? So how do you do this? I don't know how to flirt, and, so we went through all this thing, and within a year, like as she worked her way into, I really want this, and I need to be vulnerable, because men attach to being vulnerable. They want women to be patient and vulnerable and loving and joyful and a light. Moth to the flame, Now with that, you get all the moths, the good and the bad ones you have to sort through. And that's why a lot of women don't do it, because it's a lot. Anyway, found this guy, total alpha, right? Okay, how do I deal with this? We did the tools, respectfully learned to dance with him, right? And within a few months, and I knew this is when he was cooked, because he started protecting her. He was a girl he dated and started protecting her. He's being controlling. Yes, he's falling in love with you. No, he's irritating, right? No, he's falling in love with you. Yeah. This is how you deal with that, right? Boom, boom, boom. And all of a sudden, he's adjusting. Oh, he's adjusting. He's doing everything right. I go, well, yeah, we're doing everything right. You know how to approach him and getting your way, because he cares for you. He loves you. This is why he's doing that. Wow, this could work. This could work. This could work. And then he proposed.
Incredible.
And you don't know this, but
job well done.
Thank you. But the last step is, you don't know this. I officiate weddings, so I actually married them.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I married them last November.
Really?
It gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, that's amazing. Right, because it could have gone into a total separation, split. They could have gone in totally different directions. And is there ever a situation where you have seen things are not salvageable?
Yes.
Because one or both will just not make those adjustments.
Yes. No, it's very interesting that, some relationships, most people nowadays have 2 to 3 long-term relationships over a lifetime. And sometimes, with the work that I do, they do it with the same person. Because who you are in your 20s is different in your 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s. What happens, you grow, right? Like what's valuable to, what's important as a 20-year-old. When you're 40, you go, we're so stupid back then.
It's changed.
You know what I mean? Like, you change. We all change. So,
well, is it true, like sometimes we've all heard, whether it's true or not, just throwing it out there, because it's something you've heard people say, that some women, when they're in their 20s, they want the wild guy, but when they get older, they want to marry the good guy.
Right.
Is there truth to that?
Absolutely. Again, the bodies, right? The chemistry, right? That we change through life. What's important to us changes. What we value changes. Like a value system, like every decade, actually, there's a shift. So if you meet somebody in your 20s, you marry them, by the time you get to your 40s, a lot of times there's been a separation or growing apart, right? But if they have kids and a life, and a house, right? Again, this is all the little things that we don't fix on the way that disconnect. When women thinks he doesn't care, and when he doesn't seem to be able to do anything right, she's always mad at him. That's like, right? These happen really slowly, right? So people come apart, and typically if there's an affair, it's really not the affair that breaks them. The affair is like the kind of like, we're out of here, right? And so, but the affair, I never say, and Dr. John Gray says the same thing. Every therapist in the world says the same thing. An affair is no reason to break a marriage. It's a calling card. It's a cry for help. It's okay, now we're here. We're falling apart. So a lot of times people do this, break, and off. When I come in, if they're courageous enough, and we get to, okay, now we're in a terrible, terrible place. Are we willing to throw all this away? Or is there something in you that wants to make this work? If she wants to make this work, and he wants to make this work, we can make it work.